Hi everyone, this is Vince Gelman, and I want to talk about taking yourself seriously. And I don't mean taking yourself seriously in the sense that you give up being silly and fun loving and playful. I mean taking yourself seriously because you've learned to take your history seriously. You've learned to take what happened to you or what didn't happen to you as a child seriously. A lot of my clients, my healing clients, um, they dumb down the truth of what happened when they were young. They'll say things like, oh, it wasn't so bad, or it was no big deal. And so they're not fully legitimizing their pain because they want to admit what happened, the truth of what happened. And so by not taking seriously what happened and therefore not taking yourself seriously, period, we are actually protecting our pain. We are protecting our wounds. It's how we self soothe, it's how we cope, it's how we survive by not taking yourself seriously. Now, if you don't take your history seriously, if you don't take what happened to you as a child seriously, such as spanking, the impact of it, and the fact that spanking is physical abuse, and in fact has the same effect on the cortex as what we call physical abuse. If we don't take seriously the neglect, the abandonment, etc., the lack of hugs and kisses, and their impact on us, if we don't take that seriously, honestly, it's going to be hard to take ourselves seriously now. We are not going to own our worth. We are not going to own our value because we're still not doing it because we weren't doing it back then because we learned we weren't of worth and of value. And so it continues on. And so a great step of healing is to fully own the truth. Now the thing is that when you legitimize what happened, and in a way like standing up for your inner child, you're going to start to feel. You are going to start to feel. The grief is going to come out. The anger is going to come out. The hatred is going to come out. Because you are no longer protecting yourself, and you are no longer protecting those who didn't fully meet your needs for love and safety, for care and general nourishment, for love and affection of all expressions. And so it's difficult for some of my clients because they've done well to make amends with their parents over the years. They've learned to bury the hatchet, and so when they start to heal, they start to unlock these old wounds, and suddenly there's rage there towards their father, or hatred towards their mother that they didn't know was there. And so suddenly, after years of making amends, suddenly they uncover this old pain, which suddenly turns things around. And so taking ourselves seriously can be hard for that reason and more, because we have to feel, because it reorients us in many ways. And yet we have to take ourselves seriously, because if we do not take ourselves seriously, then it'll be harder to take serious what's happening in the world. It'll become harder to take serious what's happening to our children. Defended against our own truth. We will defend the truths of those who are harming us. And that's not just limited to parents or school teachers, but to anyone, including the larger oppressive forces that are out at play right now in a large way. We will more easily acquiesce and submit to dysfunction because we haven't fully owned the dysfunction from our childhood. We haven't fully named it for what it is, and therefore we haven't taken it seriously. So if we're going to take seriously the truth of what's going on in the world right now, we have to start by taking seriously ourselves by taking seriously what happened to us as children. And so I encourage you to take some time to ask yourself, what am I making, not so bad that happened when you were young, or no big deal? Here's the thing, when you say it wasn't so bad, you're saying it because it helps you to not feel the bad that you felt when it happened. Does that make sense? I'll say it again. If you say it wasn't so bad, then you don't have to feel the bad. You don't have to feel the shame. And so we say it's not so bad, so I don't feel so bad. So this is a practice that is important for all of us to undertake. We need to really own the truth of what happened to us so that we take ourselves seriously, so we own our worth, our value, and so we can see with clearer eyes the truth of what's happening in the world and to respond to it from our truth. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you a good day. Thanks for listening and watching.